Hi, my name is Gabriel and this is an audio blog about EA's bullshit generally. How to say it, I want to get this material on YouTube as fast as possible, which means there will be no real fancy effects and editing this time, or music probably. First of all, I want to thank you, Scottish Warrior 92, for bringing this to my attention with his video. The video regards a material at Destructoid.com. There is an article, or rather a news flash, saying entitled "EA boss proudly refuses to publish single-player games." And I have four things to mention here. First of all, the article was updated, and more or less it seems not as the title suggests, because the title suggests that EA will not do any kind of single player at all, which is totally false, because what the boss of EA said is more that they want to incorporate in any game they want to publish some kind of multiplayer, which is pretty not as strong statement as the title of the article suggests. That's one thing. Second thing, EA is PR crap. These guys have no idea how to communicate with anything around, with media, with players. Generally, these guys are corporate managers. They probably know how to make good amount of money on something, but they don't really get the idea, especially when it comes to video games. And video games are becoming more or less art, because like books, like movies, like photography, and you know, they don't understand really how to communicate with people who live with video games, because the video games are our hobbies, or we create them. So they know how to manage things, they know how to move big sums of money from left to right, to make even bigger sums of money, but they are just literally when it comes to communication. This one part, this article also shows that. Third thing is that Jim Sterling, the person responsible at Destructoid.com for probably giving this kind of title to his article, makes a very professional mistake. As you probably know, I study journalism and I am a journalist to some degree. And one point very important that we want as journalists to have is professionalism. This article is not a professionally written article, because the article requires an update. You have the first paragraph at the moment that I'm speaking these words is update, which means there needs to be a clarification. A good article doesn't need a clarification, which means this guy made a mistake at the very beginning when he was creating this article. And as I said, what is in the main sentences of the article is kind of in a contradiction on the title, and that is the journalism downfall. Now, on the EA's idea in general, I'm a person, this is my opinion by the way, I say it's not such a bad idea, don't get me wrong, as long as I am not forced to play the multiplayer. It can be there, it can be in the game. I have no problem with that, because I'm a pro-choice person, if you know what I mean. And that is why I love so much CD Projekt, because at CD Projekt, I probably already mentioned that in one of my videos. CD Projekt gave us The Witcher with all the possibilities when it comes to voice dialogue and subtitles. I can play The Witcher 2 with Hungarian voice acting and French subtitles, or even Chinese subtitles and Spanish voice acting. There is no point in doing so, because actually, you know, I don't speak none of these languages, but still there is this option, and as long as if a developer gives a player options, that's totally fine by me, and I will praise these guys. Now EA, as long as I'm not forced to have, if the company gives me single player, multiplayer, co-op, LAN, different options that I can choose from, that's fine. But if what they did with Mass Effect 3, and I'm quite sad about it, that for war assets and for galactic readiness, it's good to have played the multiplayer. Why? I don't get it. Because, you know, it's sort of a play the multiplayer and then you will have something in the single player as well. Why incorporate those things? I don't really know. There's a different type of experience and a different way of creating content, because single player is more like hours of gameplay for one person, and multiplayer is more or less 10 to 20 minutes of some cooperated experience when we have fun together, right? But for a shorter amount of time. I don't recall myself playing multiplayer sessions that take 2 or 3 hours or 5 hours, because I don't have that much time, other people don't have that much time, and that's okay. So as long as EA won't force me to play multiplayer of their games, that's okay. And as I said, the clarification goes, they want to have some sort of multiplayer in each of their games, which is, from a business point of view, that's okay, because the longer people are playing your game, the better, right? And that means you get more money, the product is alive, either be DLC or multiplayer. And I can quite understand that. Just the way how they want to tell us that, especially with subtitles of a journalism, of the journal article or news, it's just bullshit. So I don't think that such big a rage that everyone is there experiencing, especially Mass Effect or Dragon Age great fans, I don't think that that's really justified. You know, by the way, let's allow this to tone a little bit. That's the first information. Probably some clarifications will go with this. They will also have, as many, if people will rage, that they will have to take that also into account. And I'm recording this 17 hours after the article was posted, so we'll see about this in the future. Plus, there is also the thing that Mike and Dave at PAX last year, they said that when asked about multiplayer in Dragon Age, for example, they answered that they don't, even if there will be multiplayer, it won't, that the single player will be the focus of the next game in Dragon Age series, for example. Okay, sorry, I'm speaking 8 minutes already, damn it. Okay, that means thank you very much for listening. It was, as always, pleasure to give my opinion to you. Feel free to comment, feel free to respond, and as I said, let's not get all emotional over everything about this, and as I said, EA just, their PR sucks generally. Thank you for listening again. See ya!